Guess it's a bit of a Discord delay. All right, here we go. The game has begun. Good luck to both participants. Excuse me. All right, Frog Puppet immediately reloads. epicYoshi going straight for the shop. And we have Shrink Stomp, everyone's favorite. Goes Frog Puppet. Defeat the Steeple. That's a nice Honey Ultra. Alright, heading back in. And epicYoshi is going around back. He wants to explore all of Worldport Central. Oh, we already have a key item for Frog Puppet coming in. Got one from the... Oh shoot, what's that tower called? Isn't it bug me now? The Riddle Tower, that's it. epicYoshi got a fire pop. Frog Puppet is floating areas, looking around. Oh, he got the amazing diary. Hopefully he reads it. Actually, hopefully he doesn't. That will probably cool. It gets put into the pit. epicYoshi still exploring Rogueport. Seeing what badge is on top or item, and you got a ruin powder. All right, Frog Puppet, he's in the Spania room, and he's been first. And he missed the guard. Oh man. Okay. epicYoshi's heading towards the shop now. A lot of interesting items there. And now they've both left Rogueport, and epicYoshi is on the screen that has a key item. He got the black key for the chest, and he just got another key item in the spike room of Hooktail Castle. He's just counting his items right now to confirm. So right now we have a score of 3 in Frog Puppet's favor. epicYoshi has 2. epicYoshi going for the puzzle run in that room. Oh, he's trying to sneak ahead with Yoshi. I've never been able to do that. Frog Puppet is in what's that place called? Chapter 2. I never liked this, I didn't remember. The Boggly Tree, the Great Boggly Tree. There we go. Oh, he was so close to it. epicYoshi just missed the jump. Frog Puppet avoids the fight with the X-Knot, jumps into another Riddle Tower room. Looks like, yep, it's the one with the box. And there we go. He's got another key item. epicYoshi struggling to get past this run here. Oh, Frog Puppet, he has got the boat curse. So that's a nice 6 points for him. epicYoshi, good job. You got the cart, and you got a Maple Shroom. All right, score is still quite close. Oh, all right, going to fight the Ember is Frog Puppet. epicYoshi leaving. He's going right to the Palace of Shadows and right into 2 gold cannons. Frog Puppet hoping that her flurry stage presence will blow everyone away. Oh, was not successful in that act. Oh, now things get interesting. epicYoshi is reloading in the Palace of Shadows. Got a P down, D up in the box. Oof. It's a tough guard to get on Frog Puppet's side. epicYoshi just got the run meter, the added item by Zephylos. He's equipping his badges. The Frog Puppet is changing up his strategy within this battle. epicYoshi is faced with a similar challenge that he had before. Going at it pretty nicely. Frog Puppet has entered danger with Mario. I'm not sure if that's viable or valuable to him yet. Big points. epicYoshi gets this one much easier than he did the last one, and he gets space food for it. epicYoshi is stuck behind the guard somehow. Frog Puppet's still in a battle with the Embers. Should be soon. Yep, there we go. He's got, he's got 30 star points for that. And he's got his black key, and he's got his curse coming. Equips a power rush. One battle too late. Waits for the points, and he now has 10 points. All right, so now it's 10 points in Frog Puppet's favor, and epicYoshi has 3. Frog Puppet sequence is 247. Oh, epicYoshi getting the Ultra Boots. That's a nice advantage. Okay, so that will help out a lot. He's going for the key item here. Good job. Where's Frog Puppet? Frog Puppet is in the Glitz Pit. Still a close game. It's anyone's game. Alright, we have a Fright Mask by Frog Puppet, and epicYoshi gets his key item, so now they're only off by 5 points. Partner upgrade can do that. Finding the curse chest will do that. Oh, look at that! And he gets the other boots. He gets the super boots. epicYoshi has all the boot upgrades. Frog Puppet gets another key item from the Royal Tower. That puts him at 11 points, with epicYoshi trailing at 6. epicYoshi is looking for the floor panels, something I never knew existed until I started watching streams. I was a dumb kid. Frog Puppet doesn't like that room. They're both loading into different rooms. Frog Puppet gets a power punch from the ground. epicYoshi is just finding his way through those different rooms. Oh! epicYoshi has inexplicably jumped off screen. Curious occurrence. Frog Puppet is in creepy steeple, does not want to be there. epicYoshi and his honey syrup. Lots of reloading going on now. Frog Puppet re-entering the room that had the boat curse, not any use of now. Alright, there's a Shroom Roast from Frog Puppet. Attack Effects G, everyone's favorite attack effects badge for epicYoshi. Both of them are entering rooms. Oh, Frog Puppet just got a nice item. They're both entering rooms that have some use, but oh, there we go. Frog Puppet found a room that has a key item. epicYoshi thought for a second he had this super hammer. epicYoshi has the lower sequence value between the two of them, which is advantageous in this kind of run. Frog Puppet is in far outpost. epicYoshi taking on a battle with 3, whatever they're called, Goombas, Ultra Goombas. There's a lot of Goombas in Mario games. Hyper Goomba. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Frog Puppet Palace of Shadows, but he's going somewhere else. Exiting out and falling through the floor where Hooktail was. Okay. epicYoshi in a battle, although he is struggling. He has 4 health points, or maybe that's intentional. Maybe he has some nice danger strats going on. Still going in for the kill. Frog Puppet's doing well. epicYoshi's doing well. This is a good start. Timers are out of sync, for those who are unaware, because of the nature of this kind of a run. With the 1 hour randomizer, it's based off the game clock, not a real life clock. So whenever the game is trying to load a screen, the time there's a little bit of a disparity there. And epicYoshi finishes the battle with 21 start points. Not bad. Full or nothing P as well. That's a very valuable badge. There's an Earthquake for Frog Puppet. A good item. Well, not for him. So he's in a good room to farm, but maybe he's not ready yet. And a 3rd time, Frog Puppet has entered the boat curse room. We're getting a lot of strange loads. epicYoshi doesn't have the same loading zone twice. Very interesting to see. I think Frog Puppet just got the same loading zone twice. Oh man. Neither of these guys are liking what they see right now. Repel kick for Frog Puppet. At this point, both players can be put in the pit, and they can get crystal stars. And epicYoshi decides to fight Gus. Got a nice ink pasta for Frog Puppet. Oh man, Gus has an HP plus. Isn't that wonderful? HP plus P, but I think it still affects him. Frog Puppet has entered a very infamous room for grinding, so it's going to be advantageous if he decides to stay there. And he doesn't. He ends up in Rogue Court, which is where epicYoshi is fighting Gus. Frog Puppet ends up inside of a rock on the moon. epicYoshi pulling off those stylish moves. Nice. Alright, we have the Koopa Curse for Frog Puppet, we have the Mega Jump, and we have Peekaboo. Decent badges in any other run. What's been happening with epicYoshi's battle? Hopefully, yep, he's able to make the Super Guard. Frog Puppet just got a nice power jump. He ends up reloading into the same room. And he gets his charge and his distracted threat. Or maybe he was loading that loading zone intentionally. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, he is. He's continuing to reload it because that palm tree is going to give him as many items or badges as it will dispense. He has now Double Dip and Thunder Rage. He's on a nice spot. And he's locked that loading zone down for sure. epicYoshi still going on with Gus. There we go. He beat him with 22 star points in his favor. Oh, and Frog Puppet has run out of room in his inventory to have an item. epicYoshi accidentally ran off to the water while riding Yoshi, which will, oddly enough, damage you. Oh no, this was not by accident. I think he's trying to get Mario into peril. No, maybe not. Frog Puppet is hoping to get a good item in that corner, maybe a crystal star, because he is just past the 10-minute mark. And right now, the name of the game is the Crystal Star. Oh, we have the Emerald Star by epicYoshi. That puts the score of 16 points with Frog Puppet, and epicYoshi has 9. He's the first one to receive a Crystal Star. He's got to watch out though. He has 1 HP. He cannot fail another jump like that. Frog Puppet. He found what's her name? Who can change your base HP. epicYoshi with the Garnet Star. Oh man, lots happening now. Hard to keep up with everyone. Frog Puppet trades in some HP for some BP. Going for full danger Mario. epicYoshi gets a tasty tonic, promptly throws it out. Well, at least he's in one of the puzzle rooms at Alice's Shadows. Just trying to find the block. Frog Puppet still out of items. epicYoshi gets another key item that will put him at 12 points. Frog Puppet 16. It is a very close battle, and it's still very early. Oh, there was a Crystal Star by Frog Puppet. Unfortunately, I didn't quite see which one. I believe it was the 5th. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was looking at epicYoshi, who just got the chest, not the chest, the diary. Yes, it was the 5th versus test, so he has Sweet Feast now. epicYoshi runs into a Goomba in Rogueport sewers. The Frog Puppet wants to take on a whole lot of embers and flames. Hoping to get that multi-bounce, I'm sure. Oh, missed the guard with Flirt. Might want to use one of those items, and I think he's going to. I would have gone for the fright mask, but I doubt they're effective. epicYoshi hoping he gets into that room. Probably won't because it's randomized. Frog Puppet is going for the grind. He's pedal to the metal and leveling up. He has Art Attack as well. Oh, he has 2 crystal stars. My apologies. Art Attack is very useful in this room. epicYoshi is in excellent place. No key item there for him, unfortunately. That's 52 star points for Frog Puppet. You saw that right. And he levels up! Congratulations. epicYoshi exiting the Chapter 2 pipe and then re-entering it. Ends up... Oh, it's too early to fight Dupless, but that's where he would have. Frog Puppet's still going in for the grind. Looks like he's found his happy space. Hoping to blow him all away with Flurry's stage presence. Will it be effective? It almost was effective. That Tasty Tonic is just too tasty. epicYoshi gets a cog, another important item. So it's a key item. It counts towards your score. Score is now 21 points in favor of Frog Puppet. epicYoshi behind with 13. Still plenty of time to catch up for epicYoshi. Frog Puppet gets 48 star points on that kill. He's thoroughly enjoying his grind. epicYoshi is looking for a grinding location. At this point, the bosses will be coming in about 5 minutes. At least they'll be available amongst the various other options. That's when it really gets interesting. That's it for the boys from the men. epicYoshi a little bit confused as to how he came out of a boat panel area and he's standing. Oh, and gets hit by the Magic Koopa. Alright, we have 48, excuse me, for Frog Puppet, and he levels up again. Oh, epicYoshi is down! Game over, that's a 5-point deficit. Oh, man. Oh. But it's still not over, Anyone's game. Frog Puppet with 23 points. epicYoshi trying to wait out the title screen so that he loads his save. Interestingly, Frog Puppet has not upgraded his FP, going to his number 5. Probably because he doesn't need to. epicYoshi is back, but only with 1 HP as he was before, and he gets an up arrow. So he starts off by getting a nice key item. That's good for him. It is now 23 points to 9 in favor of left-hand screen Frog Puppet, who just used Art Attack on 4 enemies. There's a nice ice power in there to acquire it. epicYoshi looking for items. In this room, kill all key. He's looking to sell. He wants to get some coins back. He knows he has some worthy items, so if this is how he's going to make those points back, and indeed he does. You have a level up by Frog Puppet. That should give him 2 more points. Still going for BP. He now has 25 points. Good for him. epicYoshi selling away. Alright, Frog Puppet. He's done with the grind. Doesn't like the room he sees. epicYoshi emptying his inventory. Puts him at a healthy 13 points. Still has some ways, a little bit to catch up to Frog Puppet, but anything can happen. Frog Puppet enters the plain chest room. He does not have the key. Now they're both in shops, and I believe they're both reloading. No, Frog Puppet likes what he sees. It's this Epic Yoshi. He sees Power Rush, Mega Rush, or sorry, Close Call P, Power Rush P, and Mega Rush. Lots of buying and selling going on right now. Buy, sell, buy, sell. This is the 1,000-year door stock market. I think Epic Yoshi has finished. No, he's not quite done with the shop. Frog Puppet selling the items from his inventory he does not want to keep. Epic Yoshi hoping to find items that he can use. Or badges. I guess I'll just spend this time wishing both Frog Puppet and Epic Yoshi a fantastic run, regardless of the winner. This is all about having fun, and the Randomizer is a fantastic invention. I am doing my best to fill time here as they both continue to look for shop items. Epic Yoshi is is he moving on? Looks like he is done with the shop. Frog Puppet still reloading, trying to find those badges he wants. He did acquire a lot of star points while he was fighting those embers in Keel Hall Key, so he likely has a lot of BP to use. Epic Yoshi, on the other hand, only has 3, but he has the badges. So he's set up his danger strategy already. Epic Yoshi is in good standing, as is Frog Puppet. The score is 29-10 in favor of Frog Puppet. Frog Puppet finally sees some badges he wants. Power Rush P. Oh, no, not exactly the one he wanted. Big Yoshi gets Defend Plus on the Shine Sprite box. Frog Puppet eyes a Zest Dynamite. Is that what he's after? Nope. Okay, Epic Yoshi has passed the 40-minute mark. He can now fight bosses, and he just got an Earthquake. That's a great item. Very underrated item. He's gonna get a nice key. He's gonna get a nice random item or badge. Excuse me. I was about to say key item. Oh no, he is gonna get a key item. Yes, because the lottery gives you the lottery pick. Got a nice zest tea though for his efforts. Good try. And Frog Puppet has now passed the 40-minute mark. They can both fight bosses. Epic Yoshi in another shop, seeing what he can sell. Frog Puppet starting to do some equips. Equips the attack effects badges because why not? He still hasn't found what he's looking for. Whatever that may be. Epic Yoshi deciding to move on from West Brogueport. Ooh, Frog Puppet sees a life shroom. That's probably going to be a pickup, I would guess. Oh, a boost sheet, even better. Epic Yoshi, unfortunately, does not have a super or ultra hammer. He cannot fight Atomic Boo. Ooh, we have a mistake. That's a great item if you're trying for a Peril strat. Grabs it with Coops. Down the pipe he goes. Frog Puppet still reloading inside of the train. That's headed towards Poshley Square. That's it. I think I'd have these memorized by now. Epic Yoshi gets the key item from... Oh, no, he doesn't get the key item from the Spike Room. So that's double back. Appreciate it, Zephylus. Moving right along. Epic Yoshi is looking to... Oh, Maple Ultra. Nice. Frog Puppet still reloading. The score is still 27 in Frog Puppet's favor. Epic Yoshi has 11 points. He has had 1 death. He's hoping to sell his Maple Ultra. That's an easy point for him. And he's in one of the much more forgiving shops in terms of prices. At least, if my memory serves me correctly. Ooh, Epic Yoshi remembers the floor panel. Both players are hoping to find something. So what? Epic Yoshi is going to get a key item. Literally a item that's a key, and it's going to update its sequence. Frog Puppet's sequence is quite high. Epic Yoshi has a smaller one. Representative of Chapter 2. Frog Puppet has finished his search for badges, and he ends up in another place that has a shop, but another place that has plenty of items, and the Super Hammer. Can't go without mentioning that. Hilariously, Epic Yoshi is now where Frog Puppet used to be, and is doing exactly what Frog Puppet used to do. Frog Puppet grabs the Super Hammer. Good for him. Is he gonna try the hot dog strap? He's gonna go for a point swap. What else we got? We're gonna check out the shop. We have a few earthquakes, but he's gonna sell. Not a whole lot there to sell though. He's got a pretty nice inventory. As Epic Yoshi has a whole lot of BP. Oh, no, he has a whole lot of badges, but not enough BP. Frog Puppet has a whole lot of BP, not a lot of badges. Or at least, not the badges he's looking for. Both players are being cautious, considering the fact that they could enter a boss room at any time. Frog Puppet gets the close call P from underneath. Very nice. The HP Drain P. Oh, Epic Yoshi found some boo sheets. Good for him. Frog Puppet now is likely on the search for bosses. That's what I would presume. Epic Yoshi using his hearted coins to get a multi-bounce and a lot of boo sheets. Frog Puppet gets the Super Shroom. Isn't that normally a Super Shroom, or is that a honey syrup? I digress. Frog Puppet entering the room Epic Yoshi was literally just in, as if he's chasing him. Both players have relatively low sequences, which means anything could happen. Most bosses are still available to both players. Slightly more in favor of Epic Yoshi in that regard. The dried shroom turned out to be an ice storm. Man, that's a nice upgrade, wouldn't you say? Frog Puppet with another key item from the Royal Tower. Epic Yoshi runs into some gold cannons. Is he gonna try to fight them? He is not. Oh, didn't make the run. Yikes. Alright. Mash that A button. Frog Puppet gets an FP drain. The item that everyone will equip, said nobody ever. Alright, Frog Puppet going around West Rogueport, seeing what he can find. Epic Yoshi going again? Oh no, he's running away from the battle. Frog Puppet is getting his key item from the lottery. Unfortunately, he will not win the lottery. If you haven't seen that, there's a lovely video explaining why the lottery is insanely rigged by Malio on YouTube. Going into the shop. He's available. He's going for the trying to get the shine sprite with Bobbery. Grabs it, the damage dodge. Alright. He's gonna sell, try to get a few points with his coins, maybe. We're nearing the halfway mark with both players. epicYoshi has entered the room that requires Flurry in the Riddle Tower. Gets the key item, so it's now 34 points, Frog Puppet to 13 by epicYoshi. Quite surprised that they have not encountered any bosses yet. I hope I didn't jinx that for either of them if that's what they were intending. That's what they were not intending, I guess. Still going through loading zone to loading zone. Double dip for epicYoshi. Frog Puppet, oh, he was already there. He already lowered his HP. He's gonna turn into a plane. Oh, there is a key item in here. I totally forgot about that. He's gonna get a card key. He's now at 35 points. epicYoshi gets the loading zone he wanted. Now he's gonna try to grab a few items. It's Jelly Super and a Mega Jump. No bosses for either of them. Frog Puppet gets the key for the black key for the paper chest. That would be the sideways paper chest. I forget what that curse is called. Paper curse, of course. Duh. Fire drive for epicYoshi. Nice. Triple dip. epicYoshi still going for those lovely coconuts. Gotta love them nuts. No pun intended. Lots of pipe entries. That's relatively new. Frog Puppet in Petalburg. The last place I think he wants to be right now. And then entering another place he doesn't want to be right now. epicYoshi still hitting the coconuts. He got a mistake. It's Typing Tutor and Flower Finder. Oh, there's one Swoopula, I believe they are. I don't know the enemy names offhand. I apologize for that. Hammer Throw, useless. Super Charge, somewhat more useful. Frog Puppet gets into a nice room for him to get a key item, but is it worth the sequence change? It is not to him. epicYoshi stacking up on items and badges. epicYoshi is past the 30-minute mark. Oh, Frog Puppet. He's in the Flurry room. He gets the chest and the palace key. Well done. Alright, so the score is now 37 for Frog Puppet, 14 for epicYoshi. Frog Puppet gets another key item in the top of the creepy steeple. Looking at his badges now. Oh, epicYoshi has run out of items. Frog Puppet looking to fight Atomic Boo. We have our first boss battle by Frog Puppet. He's just gotta wait out the boos. Now the stakes are raised. Seems to be. Oh, there we go. We have Atomic Boo. epicYoshi in the meantime is switching out what item he wants. Tosses the Koopa key. All right, we're gonna be joined by another. We're gonna be joined by Silver Light in just a moment. Another commentator. Frog Puppet is holding refund. Pretty hilarious to see that. Oh, epicYoshi gets Cortez. We have boss on boss action going on here. This is exciting stuff. This is what we've been waiting for. epicYoshi still in peril. Doing quite a lot of damage to Cortez. Should be no problem for him.
Hello, everybody. Sorry I'm late. Hello.
And hello to Silverlight.
Hey, everybody. Looks like I got here right on the first boss, too, so I didn't miss too much. I just don't know what either player's setup is.
We have boss on boss action. epicYoshi has a very little BP, but a lot of badges. Frog Puppet has all the BP, but not the badges he wants. So epicYoshi right now is in a very good peril strat, which is what he has done, and he has beaten Cortez for a wonderful amount of star points.
And he's actually going to get a gold bar, which he can sell for a free point.
Oh my god, I just noticed that. It just looked like one of Cortez's items, you know?
I know so well with the rest of his treasure.
Amazing. Oh, Frog Puppet, thank goodness he got that life shroom. He took a fall to Atomic Boo. He's still going on strong. epicYoshi has to wait out this cutscene. Gold bar floats ominously towards epicYoshi.
How's my volume now? Some people are saying I'm too loud.
Haven't been following the chat. You sound alright to me. Should probably open up that chat room.
Yep. I'm going to take a moment to adjust my volume. It's good now. I don't want to be too far over the game, for sure.
Ooh, Frog Puppet with the Ultra
Alright, thank you, guys.
Boots. Alright. Now he has a nice upgrade in his favor. Score is 49 for Frog Puppet, 24 for epicYoshi.
And Ultra Roots is very useful, because once you get back to Goro 1, you can actually get Ultra Hammer as well.
That's correct. At this point, I think both players are just in dire search of bosses.
He gets back to Atomic Boo once again.
Lucky him.
He still has badge problems, so hopefully he doesn't have as much trouble as he did the first time.
Nope, he's thinking out a strategy this time. Let's see how he does.
Well, Spazio can have all the fun in this match, because I am still clueless as to what each player's setup is right now.
Am I the
He
fun
knows a lot more than I do right now.
Everyone's saying, oh, you guys are so kind. Here, have a heart.
You do have a nice voice.
Oh,
I'll admit.
is that what people have been
You're welcome.
saying? I'm just
what they
opening
said
the
just
Twitch
now.
chat now. You guys like me? Oh. Anyways, where were we?
Frog Puppets and about to be attacked by Atomic Boo, and as we said before, hopefully he doesn't have too much trouble as he did with Atomic Boo the first time. And epicYoshi's trying to find a boss. That or a nice sequence reset. It's not that necessary right now, since he can still fight Chapter 6 and beyond.
Oh,
bosses.
everyone be worried, alright? Atomic Boo can get FP back, okay? This is a serious matter we have to talk about.
What's actually good is FP Drain, it drops your attack by 1. So he'll be doing 1 less damage to Frog Puppet.
Very true. It's charge.
Still, if he sees Atomic Boo charging for that immobilization attack, he may want to use his Bushi, because that immobilization can spell death for you, because you cannot do anything if Atomic Boo decides to keep attacking you.
epicYoshi gets a nice free spike shield, which will come in handy in certain situations.
think he's one short of actually using Frog Puppet's actually one short of using Egg Bomb to actually just take out Atomic Goo right here. Deals 6 damage and Atomic Goo has 7 HP.
Ooh, we have confused Yoshi. Oh, shouldn't matter.
Alright, so
Blue's down.
another 10 points for Frog Puppet.
And epicYoshi gets 1 extra point because of the key item he just got, so the score is now 60 to 26. Frog Puppet finds the... Oh, epicYoshi! Does he do it? Is he gonna go for Grotus, Bowser, and Cammy with 3 BP?
And this is the first time I'm seeing his badges too. It does not look like he actually has any proper setup to take out Grotus and Bowser and Cammy right now.
No, unfortunately, it doesn't. He has the badges that count, but he's gonna have to rely a lot on his defense. He does have, I believe, boost sheets too.
Is he down to 1 HP though? For that Mega Rush to actually activate?
I think he is. Like he was intentionally going into the water earlier. He's gonna fight him. He goes for it. Oh man.
Best of luck to epicYoshi then.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can pull this off, because it's gonna take him a few turns to take all of them out.
Yeah, especially those little what do they call those X-Pet things? Those things are just annoying as hell when you're fighting Grotus. Ooh, Forticon98 in chat brings up a good point. You might level up on Grotus, which will ruin his Pearl Strat.
Yes, and some people are saying in the chat, Grotus and Bowser, both these 2 fights are actually worth 8 points each, so you can get a total of 16 points off of these 2. Yes. As opposed to 10.
Immediately goes for the boost sheet. Very nice.
Frog Puppet's actually going to go ahead and pick up all these 3 items. You can, if you get an item you don't want, you can always feel free to reload those rooms. That room right there to re-hit the block and get an item that you want.
It's always nice when the item is more exposed. That makes reloading a whole lot less time waste. Ooh, both characters are down to 1 HP. We have double Pearl. Pearl on Pearl action.
I was a bit tense there because I was like, please just don't hit Bobbery. Though I don't think Bobbery can actually... No, he can actually hit the Grotus X's, even though 2 of them are closer to the ground.
Those bet is probably Gust with Flurry.
Because contrary to those things being close to the ground, for some reason Bobbery cannot actually hit those, which is the partner he would decide to go in with this.
Frog Puppet is still desperate on his search for another boss that is not Atomic Goo. Yoshi takes the fall.
And he gets Smorg.
Oh, look at that. Speak of the devil.
I'm wondering if he's actually going to go for it.
Immediately looking at his setup. It's time for that gut check. I think he'll go for it. I got a good feeling.
So he is actually going to go for it. Best of luck to Frog Puppet. He will definitely need a few turns to take it out.
Now, epicYoshi has already died once. I believe that is a match for Circle.
Alright. Yeah, anything I can get filled in here. I got down what both players have now as far as their setup goes and then estimation of their levels.
Ooh, good move by epicYoshi there. Making Grotus accessible. But the best question is, how best to get rid of him? It was taking a couple turns, but he is doing well.
Best of luck, Frog Puppet. Smorg's going to be a bit of a pain, for sure, when you can't take out Smorg in 1 turn.
Does Smorg respond to electric? I think Smorg one of those bosses that reacts weird to certain ailments. I know he does not work. Like if you have a spike pouch, that doesn't work for Smorg.
That fun art attack hit.
Art attack definitely does though. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, just get that one little nub there. Yeah, okay. Meanwhile, Grotus is dodgy, which makes this next part a little bit more tense. Very epicYoshi.
He's gonna go ahead and get some damage on Grotus here. Hopefully he doesn't miss, and he does. He just falls face first right on the ground. epicYoshi in a really tight spot too.
Oh, there goes Vivian. Nice. It's gonna be tense.
This is one of those times where if you're not properly set up, taking out bosses can be really difficult if you don't have the proper setup. On one side, he has all the badges, but not the levels he needs, and on the other side, he has the levels, but not the badges he needs.
It quite literally is yin and yang.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very lucky. The stock did not affect epicYoshi whatsoever.
Smorg flicks Mario's nose and he's dead.
Frog Puppet's down. 5 points.
And you actually can get back into the run because you have to sit through this through the title screen here, and you will lose 5 points, so it will load you into another room right afterwards.
You're gonna lose 5 points, and you're gonna lose about, I don't know, 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Usually people take this time and think about what they're gonna do. You have that little 15-second window to think about what your plan is now.
I typically think about what went wrong, and I just realized it was everything.
Everything went wrong.
epicYoshi going for Showstopper to hopefully take out at least a few of those little nubs.
Mm-hmm. And fun fact, you actually don't have to take out all 4 of the Grotus X's. You only need to take out 1 for a shield to drop. So if you have a partner that can deal at least 3 damage, you can take him out and take out his shield, but he will get it back in the turn after.
The audience is very favorable and decides to throw him everything at once.
Unfortunately, you don't actually get all the items. You only get 1 of them.
And you'd best hope it is an item, because if you get a badge, you can't use it that turn.
Mm-mm. epicYoshi's actually taking a lot of time to take out Grotus here, and this is only half of the battle. After this, he has to fight Bowser and Cammy afterwards.
Without any HP upgrades. And he's going to probably level up from this.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Frog Puppet's going to get the paper curse.
Frog Puppet might as well take his time to get as many points as he can here. These players don't know where each other is at. But Frog Puppet is definitely in a good lead right now.
epicYoshi just got the bingo! Uh-oh! Oh, he's
definitely not in the spot he wants to be, because now he has no attack upgrades at all.
Hubris may have gotten the best of him in this battle.
Bingo.
I mean, good on him for trying. I mean, it was a valiant effort. And both players have died at least once to a boss in this run.
Mm-hmm. And responding to a 40 con, he would level up on Grotus, but he would have gotten 10 points out of that battle. He would have gotten 8 from Grotus and 2 from the level up. So had he even died on Bowser and Cammy, he would have come out 5 points on the next battle.
All right, well, we've managed to stop any of the little X's from moving, which is a very interesting tactic. I'm pretty sure epicYoshi is just... He's playing for time here. He's trying to just survive this battle.
I'm actually interested. I'm really interested in a lot of these things epicYoshi is doing to last against these bosses.
At this point, I would cut your losses and maybe try to find a way for him to strike you, which I think he may. Oh,
Oh, and he
he's gonna
decides
go
to
for
bop
Mouse.
Miss Mouse there instead of Mario.
Taken down by your own good fortune in a window.
Mm-hmm. Bingo and heel's not an actual thing
He
people
does have
really
a
like in
trial
this
stew,
randomizer.
though. He has a trial stew. That is of note. And I think he's saving that for Bowser. I think his intent was, all right, I'm gonna level up, but in Bowser, I'll just use trial stew and I'll be fine.
You can definitely use a Bushi and then trial stew with your partner. Just a little side note for anyone that wants to try Mega Race, don't use trial stew on yourself with Mario first, because if a bucket falls down in the same turn, you're just going to get hit by it. That's why I always opt to use a Bushi first and then use trial stew with your partner. Bucket RNG can be a pain sometimes.
And I could never get down the guard for it either, so that's very good advice. He's going for another clock out. He is determined to beat Grotus. And I mean, he did get a lot of damage on him, so...
He's been spending a lot of time in this fight. I can imagine that he wants to go ahead and at least get the points from this.
You sense a hint of frustration. Frog Puppet is looking for bosses, although he has a very high sequence. He'll probably only get late-stage bosses.
He's got one of those certain rooms that up your sequence the first time you enter, and he's actually hovering
Frog
straight
Puppet,
through.
the hover strat. Wow, good for him. I saw epicYoshi attempting it, and then I realized I had no idea that was possible until I watched this today. You learn something new about the game.
It is possible, but if you mistime your hover, you're just gonna go all the way back to start, for sure.
What do you know? epicYoshi's in peril.
And he's got Magnus 2.0.
Hey, we have $16 added to the prize pool. Thank you to whoever donated.
So epicYoshi in a really bad spot now. He can try jumping on the one that's not. Well, he decides to jump on one that was frozen. I would have taken the one that was not frozen. Hopefully, he can super guard this. And he doesn't.
She doesn't. Meanwhile, Magnus 2.0 action going on with Frog Puppet. We have a death, we have the curtain closing and the curtain opening almost simultaneously. epicYoshi progressing onto the next screen, costing them a little bit of time here.
And he actually cannot actually start this, because if you start on the file, yes, he goes back.
There you go. Okay.
If you go through, it'll restart your run.
That pretty much would nullify him. Meanwhile, with Frog Puppet, he's using this mystery.
What's he gonna get from it?
Wouldn't it be funny if those were all randomized? Oh, that.
A dried shroom. It said no Thunder Rage. Typical mystery box stuff. Good thing for epicYoshi though, he starts back in Mega Rush though. And down goes Yoshi. On Frog Puppet's side, not epicYoshi. Don't want to get that confusion there.
epicYoshi gets a follower. That's another few points for him.
Followers are worth 2 points, but there are some boss battles that'll make him disappear.
epicYoshi is in the room that I think both runners have spent the most time in, just reloading.
This is one of those shops where you do want to reload, because you can see 5 out of 6 items upon reloading when you spawn into the left, because the 5th one is actually blocked by the door, but you can see all other 5 items through the window.
Rip Frog Puppet, he just unfortunately did not survive that boss battle against Magnus 2.0. He's waiting up the timer.
And once again, this is when it all comes back. You have 20 minutes to get your setup before these bosses spawn, and if you don't, you'll have a hard time trying to take down these bosses.
It is not an easy thing to do. I'm actually going to be streaming later tonight, and it's just this is a very tough thing to do. To get a high scoring run, you just need to be really good.
You have to know your plan from start to finish, what you want to go for, whether or not you decide to reload for a better item, and things like that. Plus, of course, you have to get good items to begin with, because if you have no good selling items when you first get to a shop, you'll have very little coin budget to actually buy the items you need.
Mhm. It is to answer Super Dude Thursday's question statement. This is a rough randomizer. It's rough, but it does have a lot of skill involved. You still have to
Mm-hmm.
know where to go, what to get.
Skill definitely does become a big part.
Because you see Epic Yoshi here going straight for the power rushes and likely the boost sheets. He's playing a strategy around these badges. Now he just needs the BP in order to equip them, and then he'll be set.
I wonder if which maps Epic Yoshi knows to farm on, because there are plenty of maps, some that are actually like unknown to most players.
Frog Puppet was farming on the Ember room not too long ago. Epic Yoshi has yet to farm, as far as I can tell.
If Epic Yoshi can just get his levels, then even though he has less than 8 minutes left, because the timers will start becoming out of sync when one player starts leaving rooms much more than the other one will, because the timer actually freezes every time you reload a room.
Yep, it's based off the game clock, not actual time.
Mm-hmm. Basically, this is more of a score attack than a speedrunning thing. You want to get as many points as you can.
Both players ended up in Riverside Station very briefly. Epic Yoshi manages to get... Oh no, he will not get the letter P. He's past that point in the sequence.
Mm-hmm.
But he is going to try to keep the key for 1 extra point.
You can do a little cheeky thing and touch this loading zone here. If he can get it, you have to be far down enough on the chests to actually hover and touch the loading zone.
It's quite a precise little trick.
Mm-hmm. He's going to try on attempt number... This will be attempt number 4. Attempt number 5.
At this point, do you cut your losses? Do you continue? Oh, there we go.
There he goes.
Well done. Well done, Epic Yoshi.
I wonder if Frog Puppet's actually going to stay here and buy a few items. He will. And I do not blame him. He does not have many items right now.
No, he doesn't.
Last time we saw, he only has about a few boost sheets, and that's it.
The Yoshi Egg is quite confused on Epic Yoshi's game.
These followers do the wackiest things, especially when you enter like a sequence with a boss, like enter a boss room. Sometimes they'll like zoom ahead, or they'll be stuck under the floor and a bunch of stuff. And Epic Yoshi decides not to pick up this black key here, even though he does only have 6 minutes left. He might be thinking about it.
Oh.
Now he leaves the room.
That's actually the second time he's done that with that same room.
Some players opt to pick it up because once you pick it up, if you get into Gone L6, your sequence will drop anyways. Some people decide to leave it alone.
It's all about when you want that sequence to be lowered and what you want to get out of it.
It's like I've seen a lot in this tournament where people will even leave the Boat Curse chest room alone.
That surprises me. I guess if you don't have any strategy to beat the Embers, that makes sense. But
if people are using it for sequence resets, if their sequence is high, it's another room where you can get that sequence reset. Not as low as some of the other ones, because it only puts you in the middle of Chapter 5. But still. As long as it's pre-Chapter 5 or pre-Chapter 6 bosses, then you're pretty much good. Because those are the most common bosses.
Epic Yoshi finds the room he likes and is going to grab the key. Frog Puppet still on the hunt for items. Will there be another round after this? There will be, just not today. I believe the next challenge is Tuesday. I could be mistaken. I haven't seen the schedule.
Are they doing all best of 3 today?
Oh, yes, there's a best of 3 today. Yes.
Okay.
I misread the question.
And he'll actually jump back and have to hit that switch one more time because he mistimed Coops.
Sometimes I'll cut my losses and I'll avoid getting the shine spray, but I'll just get the key and leave.
There he goes. Yes, when you have very little time left, you're better off opting just to grab the key for the extra point and leaving. Unless you hear a crystal star coming from the barrel on the left side, it's not worth going over there to grab whatever it is most of the time.
Epic Yoshi decides not to reload that item box. Frog Puppet still in the shop, looking to see what he can find. Epic Yoshi in Cortez.
He got a Dormon. Everyone's favorite loading zone. He may actually go ahead and go grab the super hammer.
That will give him 3 upgrades. He has super boots, ultra boots, and this will be a super hammer. There's a lot to pick up in the Dormon.
There are so many items scattered around this one room. More if you have the super boots to get to the top part of this bar right here.
Never mind the hot dog stand, never mind the shop. It's just a wonderful loading zone.
The hot dog stand is beautiful. You can spend 10 coins, you have no idea what you're gonna get. He decides to just grab the super hammer and leave the room.
He knows he has limited time. He's at 3 minutes left, whereas Frog Puppet has about 7.5 minutes left of game time. And he goes for the boost sheets.
I don't blame him. I wouldn't buy too many though. He does not have many time to use all of them on the bosses. He only decides on 4, which is a pretty good amount. Because if he were to buy more, I doubt he would use the last few of them.
No, the players do not know each other's scores right now. They are playing blind. They're just playing. They're playing themselves. Let's say that.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Well, I didn't want to say playing with yourselves.
For Anmatok, the loading zone, it actually tells you what loading zone you're actually coming out of. Like say if it says West Barrow or End Barrow, that's basically West North, and there's some like West Barrow 2 and stuff like that that you cannot actually pick manually. The ones you can pick manually are left. You hold the L button and press the D-pad, west, east, south, and north.
You can also hold the L button and press Z on a loading zone that you'd like to keep. In case this is one of those weird ones, like a Dormon, and you want to always spawn from there rather than west north. Frog Puppet's looking at his badges, and he's
He actually got all these power rushes now.
Finally got his power rush
He's
set
finally got this set up. He's got a little bit of time, though, to rush through as many bosses as he can.
Going for a Jumpman setup, so let's see who he finds. epicYoshi, does he have time to do his strat twice?
And the thing about
strike twice? Yes.
This being tournament matches is normally, if you do not have a great run, you would normally reset, but these players have to take with the decisions they made and the items they get, they have to take it to the end. That's where the skill comes into play. Because if you have a bad run, then skill will definitely pull you out of a bad run into a better run.
Frog Puppet lowers his sequence intentionally.
I wonder if Yoshi's just going to stay here and get some levels for his last minute.
Exactly what I was thinking, yeah. How did Frog lose 4 points? He actually lost 5. You lose 5 points if you die at any point. The run but the challenge continues.
Yes, if you sit on the title screen instead of starting a new file, you'll actually be put back into the same run. You'll just be reloaded into a different room.
Frog Puppet flushes himself promptly down the toilet and becomes purple as a result. That's probably the best thing I've said on the stream.
All this sludge build up in those pipes. It's all over Mario.
Purple sludge! You know what it is? It's Waluigi sludge. That's exactly what it is. Wah! epicYoshi using an earthquake.
And he actually won't have enough time to take out these moonclefs either. So
he
ends with a
his
score
time
of 27.
Is up. 27.
So Frog Puppet definitely wins this one no matter what. Unless he decides to die 6 times.
Unless he decides to die 6 times in 4 minutes. And I'm not pressing the score button because I want to wait and see should that be the case.
You never know. Yeah. So Epic Yoshi's just gonna keep playing for a little bit, waiting for Frog Puppet's timer to run out. Of course, this will be added to his score, but not the final score. The final score will stay 27, even if he gets more points.
Which he just did.
Mm-hmm.
Whole bunch of them. Frog Puppet adding to his total. Oh, Frog Puppet gets the Mega Boots. No, the Mega Boots.
Mega Boots.
The Ultra Hammer. Wrong on both
you
words.
Talking about yin and yang earlier. Ultra Hammer, Mega Boots.
I know Paper Mario, I swear. I haven't been drinking, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean, you can use you can wear hammers as boots if you feel like it.
You know, these last 3 minutes may be critical for Frog Puppet, as he's gonna sell all his badges and probably get max out his coin count, which is also worth an extra point if he gets 999 coins.
So I'm wondering what Frog Puppet's PB is actually. I wonder if he's gonna pass it.
Either way, it was a very interesting run on both parts. Took them a while to really get rolling. That is such is the case with the randomizer.
Epic Yoshi spent a lot of time on Grotus only to come out with less than 5 points, which was very bad on his part. You do not want to spend too much time on these bosses only to lose
That
points.
could have been optimized, yes.
Mm-hmm. But again, this is the fate of the randomizer. If you can't get set up, then the rest of your run is going to be really difficult.
Frog Puppet in his last 2 minutes. Do you think he's going to get that one extra point he needs and then call it a day?
The power of 69.
It is a very strong power. I mean...
And he gets Magnus, so if he does kill him, he'll get 78. So much for the power of 69. If Epic Yoshi wants to hop in the voice chat with us, he's more than free to. He's just waiting it out at this point.
He might be able to beat him if the cutscenes just weren't so long.
Frog's PB is 129. Alright. I didn't know what his PB was. I haven't checked the leaderboard, actually. It's my fault. Lewdness averted.
Alright, time for the second fight. Ooh, he has an ink coupon though. Watch out, he can save some money.
Save those 5 coins. Don't hurt him, he's just trying to give me an in coupon.
Oh my god, he beats him! In time, he gets a boss and a level. That is a brilliant 12 extra points for Frog Puppet. That will push him up to 90. I'm sorry,
90. Quick maths.
80. Quick maths. Who gave me control over this mic again?
You did.
Oh, but he got the simplifier. It's all good. That's what we need to do. We need to simplify the mathematics.
So Mario couldn't super guard his dual attack so easily. Now we're just waiting on his timer to run out so we can have a little bit of post-game commentary before we start game 2.
You want to update the scores?
I actually have not touched the button, so you're better off doing it.
Well done. And,
Frog Puppet,
congratulations.
What's up, man? Congrats on getting your setup 55 minutes into the run.
Yeah, no, that was pretty bad. None of those other shops would give me power bounce. I mean power rush.
I tuned in about halfway through and I noticed he had none of them. You were using you used your live stream on the first Atomic Boo, which saved you there. You got your 10 points from that, and you had a second easier time with the second one.
Yeah. So would have been 90, but unfortunately not.
You did say Smorg, Magnus 2.0, a couple other bosses, Atomic Boo.
No, I didn't kill Smorg, I died.
Oh, you died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He flicked Mario's nose and he just fell down.
Yeah. I thought the electricity would help, but it didn't.
Well, a good game to both Frog Puppet and epicYoshi. This one goes to Epic. to Frog Puppet.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. We have the score represented.
Alrighty, if epicYoshi doesn't really have much to say, we can hop on to game 2 here.
This is unfortunately where I will be leaving everyone.
So I'll be by myself. No,
I
you
have a
can't
little
do
bit of
this
business
to
to do
me.
You guys will have to enjoy the lovely commentary provided by Silverlight. It's been a pleasure talking to you all. We have epicYoshi in here as well. Congrats on your run. Good game to both of you.
epicYoshi, those levels, man, that's all you needed. I wasn't here for the
Yep.
first 30
You
first
had the
30 minutes.
badges though. It was so
You had
funny.
everything else. You had Chet Rippo and the badges, and Frog Puppet just had the badges and levels.
It was a literal yin and yang. You had epicYoshi with
Yeah.
the power rushes and the mega and the mega rushes, all the badges he needed, but 3 BP, and Frog Puppet with a zillion BP and not a single danger trap.
Oh,
Yeah, that
You guys will love to watch the highlights of this.
okay, that's gonna be great.
By the way, Yoshi, thank you for having a Mega Rush in there. Just want to say that.
I mean,
Mega
I
Rush
didn't
forever.
start out with power bounce, so I needed to panic.
I always
what did
love
you-
seeing a good Mega Rush in there somewhere.
What did you end up with?
26 or 27.
Yeah, the
Alright.
score was 80 to 27.
Okay.
2 deaths each.
Definitely a PB for me, since I only died once. Maybe twice.
Twice.
You both died. Did you both die twice, or did one die once and the other one die twice?
No, that you
I
can.
know epicYoshi died twice.
If you look at the top bar, that's segregating.
Oh yeah,
what each
or I
other's
can just
scores
look
were.
at the
-10.
screen. That was silver.
You died to Grotus, and then what was the other one? I can't think of it. In any case, it was still
died
a
of the
very
night.
entertaining run by both players, and I wish you both the best of luck in this
Mhm.
tournament. And this is it for me, so I will leave it to Silverlight, and you two have a good rest of the tournament.
All right.
And to the chat, I love you guys so much. I'll miss you. Mwah.
Thank you for
Yeah,
commentating.
You're all gonna have to miss
My
Basil's
pleasure.
voice.
My luscious voice.
You're gonna have to deal with me and my nerdy voice.
All right.
Alrighty, whenever epicYoshi, whenever you're ready, we'll go ahead and start game 2 here.
Can you give me
I
just
guess I
30,
should do
30
that.
seconds?
Yeah, take
I'll
all
use
the
the
time you
restroom
need.
real quick. All right, thank you. I'll go and hop back and set up.
Alrighty, man. In the meantime, I'm actually gonna learn these buttons since I have not taken control of these buttons at all so
Right.
far.
Just give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. I'll just say something in the chat when I'm ready.
Alrighty, man. We'll be here. And good luck to you too, epicYoshi.
Thank you.
Oh boy, buttons. Yes, there's a whole bunch of different buttons on here, like audio, winner score, next race. It's gonna be that meme picture where I'm just gonna have the sweat rag, and I'm just gonna be like not sure what button to press. All right, epicYoshi is ready. Now we're just waiting on her ready for Frog Puppet. All right, looks like we're getting ready for this next race. Whenever both players are ready, we're going to go ahead and start the countdown. Alrighty, and the next game should be taking off right now. Or not. Alrighty, and there they go. Now I wasn't here for the first match, so I'm interested in which way which route these guys will take in the first room. Frog Puppet grabbing the first item and just going ahead and leaving the room. epicYoshi, however, will actually go around the back and grab the item in the bandit house. And Frog Puppet actually gets Mujo 4 right away. So he can stay here and item farm as long as he needs to. And he does lock in the loading code. You can press LY to lock in the loading zone, when you hit LB to reload the loading zone, it's not randomized anymore. So he can continuously come out of that pipe. epicYoshi is actually going to jump up these stairs and grab the item next to the bat shop. Frog Puppet finding ink pasta, which is actually worth a good 80 coins in the shop. And epicYoshi gets a mini Mr. Mini. He didn't start out with the greatest of items. He got a All or Nothing, a badge, and mini Mr. It's too hard to say really fast. Mini Mr. Mini really... That's about all he got, which is not worth many coins. And he found his boost sheets in the first shop, which he's going to go ahead and buy. Frog Puppet's still hitting that tree. And epicYoshi may go ahead and just leave this room here. There's really not much else to do in here. So both players are now out of the starting room. And if you're just tuning in, this is actually the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door Extreme Randomizer 1 hour challenge. The loading zones and items that you would normally pick up in the field are randomized. And both players are competing to get as many points as they can in 1 hour. And epicYoshi gets into Goro too, even though if he does not manually change his loading zone, he can reload to get to the pipe in front of Frankly's house. His sequence has not changed at all, so that gate will still be up there. So as long as he does not manually change it, he'll be able to load right to the pipe when he's done with this room. But he's gonna pay, he's gonna whack Gus around a little, show him a lesson. He does have a PFD down, so he's gonna do some more damage to him. I don't think I've ever actually seen someone just go ahead and take out Gus. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh my commentary stream here, make sure I'm not actually too far behind. Alright. If I was out of sync, I apologize. And Frog Puppet actually finding a gold bar times 3. And that is a free 300 coins right there. Is the best item that you can find just sitting around in the field. Outside of power bounce and other essential badges that you need, because he can go ahead and sell that next time he gets to his shop for 300 coins. The next best being the Jelly Ultra and Gold Bar and Shroom Crepe, along with other 100 coin items. And epicYoshi still going ahead and getting the rest of these items in this room. And he ends up taking the dip. And epicYoshi falls in the water once again. He can walk across the water and just jump over to it. You know, Frog Puppet's taking his time to either get a shop and picking up some key items, and he will be a-okay. He's got plenty of items that are worth a good amount of coins. And I see a Mega Rush over there. He's thinking about it. He's not going to grab it. Come on. Someone has to do it. On stream, epicYoshi actually finding Power Bounce, so he does not have to spend 100 coins later on at a shop. Frog Puppet actually got into the same exact room at the same exact time. So he's just going to go ahead and reload this until it's an item that he actually wants. He's going to go ahead and get the shooting star, which I do not blame him, because if he gets on the moon, damaging items can quickly take out enemies. So it'll be quick and easy level ups, even though they do cost coins. And a good amount of coins to boot. Because every shooting star costs 30. Other strategies that come into play would be having power rushes and the badges you need there, and not actually needing to buy damaging items at all. It's just always good to find some laying around in the field, because it ends battles very quickly. And epicYoshi actually finding the Ultra Boots really early. So he gets back to Goro 1, he will be in a very good spot. So he has high enough sequence now. Once your sequence goes past 8 and you get back to Goro 1, the badge shop will actually be open. And Frog Puppet on his side is he's actually finding a very good shop. One of the good shops in the game where you can see all 6 items upon loading. So he may just be here for about 4 or 5 minutes, depending on how quickly he can actually find his items. And epicYoshi finds a crystal star on his side, the gold star to be exact. Every crystal star you pick up is a free 2 points. And he finds a gold bar times 3 as well. Both players finding a gold bar times 3. You can never, ever complain about finding a gold bar times 3. Frog Puppet's still selling through his inventory. It does take a good minute or two to actually sell all the items in your inventory. And epicYoshi finding the LAS 14, which you do need Flurry to get this key. So that's a free point for him. And the thing about the keys in the Riddle Tower, they actually do not change your sequence. There are some key items in the game that you can pick up without worrying about changing your sequence. Frog Puppet is still reloading his rooms. He finds he's gonna go ahead and pick up his S Dynamite, which will make the boat curse fight a lot easier. epicYoshi finding yet another crystal star and a lucky day, which, as we said, when he gets back to Goro 1, that'll sell for a good amount of coins. Because he does have the Ultra Boots. So he'll have a field day in there getting all of his coins, the Ultra Hammer. At this point, if he gets there before he gets to the Super Hammer room, he won't even have to worry about the Super Hammer. He can leave it for a free sequence reset. As long as you do not pick up the Super Hammer until 3, anytime you get back to that room, your sequence will drop down to a 139. So all the bosses can open back up for you again. Frog Puppet finding a crystal star on his side as well. Of course, these players will not most likely be using these crystal stars, since you'll be using your badges and the power you have much more often. The only exceptions will be Art Attack and the crystal star, since you can use them to farm on enemies without needing a really good setup. Storage room at epicYoshi. Not having the best items, he may go ahead and leave these here, and he does. And I do not blame him. Anytime you get back to this room, if you leave those 3 items here, you can definitely hear a crystal star, or you can just check them later for something better. He opts to buy multi-bounce. It does have a few uses for sure. The Shadow Sirens fight, you can use it for Smorg if you don't have any damaging items. And level farming in general if you can get down to danger. Frog Puppet go ahead and buying his power rushes. And epicYoshi's actually deciding to reload this room for the 3 items in the back. Look at all those Zest Dynamites. That is a lot of Zest Dynamites. Every single one of them costs 40 coins too, so that's about a good 240 coins right there he spent on his Zest Dynamites. Not leaving much money for his power rushes, unfortunately. Though he does have a good amount of power rushes, so he doesn't have to worry too much about having not enough attack power later on in the game. epicYoshi going ahead and picking up the Power Rush P, the Zest Dynamite, and the cake, because why not? Free cake. Who can complain about free cake? Rock Puppet going ahead and picking up these 2 items here. And his score is actually slowly going up. Even though epicYoshi may be ahead, it's the bosses that count. Because each boss, once I can't talk. Once 20 minutes have passed and you have 40 minutes left, both bosses will start spawning. So bosses are a possibility after that point. You have 20 minutes to freely farm. And he's actually going to go ahead and use the black key to get the tube curse. Curses are actually worth 6 points. Frog Puppet has a really good setup, so most items that he sells, he can go ahead and keep these coins for the points. How much will you give me for this cake I found in your back room? How dare you take my cake? That was part of my wedding cake. And to answer Paranoid Alchemist, yes, Gus can be a follower. Followers can range from Punio, Professor Frankly, Yoshie, Gus, Flavio. I don't remember if there's some more. The reason for that is when you go down that pipe for the first time in front of Frankly's house, Frankly is supposed to follow you. You get an extra 2 points just for having that follower. Though, the Crump fight on the pirate ship, you will actually lose 2 points on there if you have a follower, because your follower, for some reason, just disappears after that fight. But you can get it again when you go down that pipe again. epicYoshi deciding to stay in this room to kill these Phantom members. Not Phantom members. Yeah, they are Phantom members. They do give a good amount of experience, but they do have a 10 HP. So they can be a bit of a pain to take out. I wonder if he does have the art attack. He does have a good amount of star power. I know he got the Sapphire one, which is why he has 6. Frog Puppet finding himself the Super Boots. And the good thing about having the Super Boots is if when you're sequence high later on, in MRI 17, that is the room where Crump traps you in the cage in the Boggly Tree. Destroying that panel right there will actually reset your sequence. And epicYoshi actually using this life stream really early. And Frog Puppet finding himself AGI-03, which these 3 items you can keep respawning. So you can see them upon loading. And you can change them into anything you want. It's a good room for item farming. Not so much when you only have a few minutes left. So it's good that he got it really early, because he will not have to worry about checking this room anymore. And epicYoshi, is he going to... He is going to go ahead and pick up the piercing blow. I believe he may have picked up, because every 10 unique badges you have, you get an extra point. So he may have picked it up for the sake of the point. And Frog Puppet finding the magical map on his side, which is worth 2 points. You always have to wait for the crane to bring your item over. It takes a bit of time to actually pick up the item you want. So you have to make it a good item to make it worth the slow animation of the crane. epicYoshi's still going ahead and deciding to farm out these Phantom members. This is what he's most likely going to use for his levels. And he does have multi-bounce and ice power, so he can go ahead and multi-bounce on these. And he dies! He dies really early into the run. Super guarding those can be a pain if you don't know which person it's going for. So that is -5 points for epicYoshi. And Frog Puppet getting a Shine Sprite. Which, for those of you that don't know, getting a Shine Sprite in this, since the chances of those are really low, getting 1 Shine Sprite actually gives you 3. And upgrading a partner gives you 5 points. It's not too much of a bad thing on Yoshi's part. The run is still really early. He still has time to get everything set up. To find a new room to get his levels in. Frog Puppet, on the other hand, is in a really good position. I think he hasn't gotten his levels yet. It's looking pretty much like the last run. Except Frog Puppet has the badges now. epicYoshi missing that key. He's going to go ahead and fight the Phantom members yet again. Multi-bounce with ice power is not a bad strategy for this room. You just have to be wary that they have 10 HP. So it can take a good moment to take them out if you don't have enough power to do 10 damage to all of them in one turn. Frog Puppet going ahead and grabbing this key, which this is the other card key with the path actually ups your sequence. This one, however, does not. So it is a free point, and you can just run straight through it. epicYoshi seems to have gotten the flow of this fight, which is good, really good for him. He can use these to get his level ups really easily. A nice 72 star points coming in. And his first level, I believe. Frog Puppet finding my favorite badge in the game. And he gets into a Pit of 100 Trials room. And not an easy room to boot, because you have to fight these to get out. epicYoshi fight getting a nice gold bar out of that fight for his troubles. He's hoping Frog Puppet actually has enough power to take these out. He does not have any attacking crystal stars outside of Earth Tremor, and that will not deal nearly enough damage he needs to. He may just want to use 2 Zest Dynamites here. He uses a shooting star first. It does take one out. I'm not sure if that's going to hit because they are floating. And it does! Cow blocks actually have booze, who knew? I did not know that. Learned something new today. Trying to figure out how that one works. Both players are pretty much in the same spot like they were last time. epicYoshi getting a Doraemon. I wonder if he's going to go ahead and grab the Super Hammer. He has yet to find the Ultra Hammer or get back to Goro 1 in this run. Getting a Super Hammer may just ensure that he can fight Atomic Boo. And he does go for it. And he can actually get the Crystal Star up there too, if he does not reload the room, because he can hit the switch. Frog Puppet finding the Curse Key. The airplane Curse Key, that is. So that is a nice sequence reset if he needs to get back to it. He's doing a nice little clip through the ground glitch to get to the item, or the chest down there. Something I've still yet to try myself. It's very interesting to see people do this. And epicYoshi is going to go ahead and climb up those steps to get that Crystal Star for an extra 2 points. You're going to have to use Coop's buddy. He's trying to walk to it. Rock Hawk statue won't let him. Statue. Poster. Alright, he's got it. There we go. There's his 2 points. And on epicYoshi's side, bosses have spawned. Frog Puppet still has a minute and a half before bosses spawn. And epicYoshi does have a level, so he does have some BP. Much more than he did last run. Well, 3 more. But that was the part he was lacking on last run. Frog Puppet opting to use Flurry. Hopefully he can get a nice Gale Force in and blow all 3 of these away at once. A little under max, and he gets 2 of them. That is not bad at all. You can switch out for Bobbery. Finish this thing off pretty easily if he can super guard this. He doesn't, so he may have to take another turn to finish this off. epicYoshi going ahead and selling his items. He decides to defend with Flurry instead of bringing Bobbery out. Bobbery's explosion can do 5 damage on these things, and they have 8 HP. He's gonna have to take 1 more turn to actually defeat that last one. epicYoshi getting AGI 13 this time. I wonder if he's gonna go ahead and grab. He is gonna grab the gold bar. Oh, I see what he was doing now. He's getting down into danger. Not bad, Puppet. Not bad. He decides to reload it for a power rush. Is he going to put it on? He found a W emblem, and he is going to put it on. Everyone likes putting those on, and I understand why. How could you not want to put that on? Once he gets L emblem, he'll be Waluigi. Here's hoping he finds the L emblem later on to complete it. epicYoshi grabbing a Power Rush P. Interesting. I wonder if he's actually got any Power Rush badges yet. I don't think so. He's just gotten the 2 that he's found in the field, and they were both for his partner. So he may be using Yoshi here to take out bosses. Yoshi is one of the best partners if you're going to go for Danger Strat or Mega Rush Strat. He will hit the enemy 4 times. Frog Puppet actually getting hit here. I hope he can super guard this. And he doesn't, so he actually has a life stream, thank goodness. You can tell if they have a life stream or not. The screen will zoom into Mario if you do not have a life stream. But he may want to run from this and get hit once to drop back down into danger. Well, he does have a surplus as S Dynamite, so he can use those too. And here he will find a nice level up. Both players rather, taking a bit of time in the boss finding time to get the last bit of remaining bits they need to actually take out these bosses. And Frog Puppet finds a nice fork left. That's going to be a lot of star points. epicYoshi still going from room to room, finding the last few things he needs. 20 minutes is a small amount of time to get all the setup you need. Even some top players have to take a few minutes in the boss finding time to get the last few remaining things they need, whether it be levels or some badges. So you need all those to take out bosses consistently and easily. Frog Peppa getting his levels really easily with these Zest Dynamites. So Moonclefs only have 6 HP and Zest Dynamite does 7 damage to all of them. And the animation is really quick. These are really quick fights going in his favor. A good thing to note, the enemies will always drop one of the items that one of them are holding. It is a random chance that the item that you want will be the one that they're one of the more important items. Like after this fight, you'll either get the sound effects badge and the Enki sauce or a hot dog. That being said, if one of them's holding something like a gold bar ×3, there is a chance for it to drop after the fight. epicYoshi going ahead and getting the boat curse key. And this would be really easy for him since he has ice power and multi-bounce. He's going to opt to use Gulp here. And he should be able to take out the next one really easily next turn. And that'll be a free 6 points for him. Despite that game over, their scores are still really close. Will he get the last one? And he does. I struggle with that last one sometimes. It's good to see other people get it. It is not that easy. Of course, it could be because I'm old and I can't do it anymore. So now he has up to 12 badge power, and epicYoshi actually using his red key to drop the sequence here. We're gonna see Punio talking to invisible people. Frog Puppet's still going ahead and getting some levels. He's gonna use his last Zest Dynamite. Alright, I think this would be a good time to refresh for all those people that are just now tuning in. This is the Paper Mario 1000 Year Door Extreme Randomizer. And it's the 1 hour challenge version where players will have 1 hour to get as many points as they can. The loading zones are randomized, fuel items are randomized, and enemies will be holding items, which they will drop a random one all the time after the battle. And there's a list of points they can do, things they can do for points. Things like being 100 coins, 10 unique badges, those are both 1 point, as well as star pieces. Crystal stars and level ups being 2. Having a follower is 2. upgrading your partner's 5. Cursed keys are 5, or cursed chests rather. The black key itself is 1 point. Key items are 1 point. Defeating bosses are 10 points, with the exception of Shadow Queen. Shadow Queen is 25. Grodius, Bowser, and Cammy is 8, and Bonetail is 30. Both these players have 1 hour to maximize as many points as they can get. They do have the choice on what they want to do, but as we've said, the loading zones are randomized. You can be put into any room at any time. Out of a select few. There's not every single room in the game is here. There are only a few rooms out of the vanilla game that are actually in this. And epicYoshi going ahead and grabbing that key, which I hope he knows that actually increases his sequence. If not, that was a big mistake on his part. Grabbing that key will actually increase your sequence. Frog Puppet getting yet another level up. So this time he has both the badges and the badge power. So Frog Puppet does have a huge advantage here. That would have been a boss right there for epicYoshi had he not picked up that key in the train station. But he will find Atomic Boot, which is going to be our first boss for this game. He's actually going ahead and... No, you cannot actually grab the key because the sequence is too far. Grabbing that key actually changes your sequence to 198, which then you can reload the room to fight Atomic Boot immediately. Oh, and he gets carried out of the room! He was too slow to wind up his Super Hammer. No, yeah, epicYoshi, that's 10 points lost. That would have put him 4 points behind Frog Puppet. Frog Puppet finding a curse chest, and that's going to give him 6 more points. And the pressure is on with these players. Playing in a tournament is not easy. And epicYoshi's actually going to hit this. Fun fact, when you hit this item, it actually comes down to something completely different. Up as a dried banquet, back down as cake mix. Frog Puppet finding Grubba now. He's checking his badges to make sure that he has his proper setup, which I do not blame him. Sometimes you can run into a boss completely forgetting to change your badges around, putting you in a very awkward spot sometimes. He does have way more than enough badge power. And epicYoshi may... Did the crane miss the item? I wasn't watching on his side for a second. Because that return postage is worth 500 coins. If you get back to Goro 1, you can sell that. That is the highest selling badge item. Okay, he got it this time. Yes, as Aquana said in the chat, misplaying on that crane can cost you a lot of time because it already takes a lot of time for it to pick up the items to begin with. You do not want to be doing that twice. We'll see how Frog Puppet takes out Macho Grubba. He'll be able to do it really easily. He has a nice setup. And he gets 8 on the power bounce. epicYoshi finding another gold bar ×3. That is the second one in this run. epicYoshi gonna go ahead and hit the switch for a free point. And he does not know the trick that he can go ahead and reload the room as soon as he hit the switch, because it will skip the animation of the chest code going up. That can be said about any blue switch. Though if you hit the blue switch for the staircase, do not reload that one. You have to wait for the staircase to finish for your sequence to go down. While I'm on it, the red switches in LAS 13, you have to wait for the chest to go up in that animation, or else you'll have to redo hitting the switches. Yoshi gonna go ahead and drop down in the water here to damage himself. A strat that people use very often. It takes a good minute to get some damage, but it's safe and it's easy. You don't have to worry about making any mistakes.
Oh yeah.
Frog Pup is going to go ahead and move on from Grubba now. He does not reload the room right here. As soon as you pick up the item, your sequence changes to 164. You can actually reload to skip this whole cutscene right here. epicYoshi will need to drop his sequence down if he wants to get those early chapter bosses. And he's not going to go for the card key in this room either. Frog Puppet in a really good spot. He just took out a boss and he still has a low enough sequence to find a majority of the bosses in the game. He's gonna grab that panel right there. Messes up the first time, but that's okay. Not too much time lost. And you actually do not want to grab the diary in that room either. That will also increase your sequence all the way to chapter 6. Those are one of the key items you want to stay away from, unless it's early in the game. Key items that change your sequence are only really worth grabbing if it's within the first few minutes, because you have plenty of time to drop your sequence back down before bosses spawn. epicYoshi finding the 10 gel loading zone, which is also one of my favorite loading zone names. He ends up in GRA00. I think I believe he had actually already grabbed the black key for that. He was standing there for a moment trying to think of whether he got it or not. And epicYoshi going ahead and picking up these items. So at this point, items are only worth going for if it's a crystal star. You do not want to be spending time getting items right now. Bosses are the things you want to be getting to give you those massive points. Frog Puppet finding the blue key room. Will he pick it up? It's sequence still really early. He will go ahead and pick it up. And drops his sequence all the way down to 98. So that opens back up Magnus 1 and he can refight Grubba. He's not going to hit those. And this is where the decision of grabbing those sequence reset items. Had he not grabbed that sequence reset item, he would still gotten this boss. But that sequence reset's now gone for the rest of the run. epicYoshi going ahead and grabbing the items behind this wall here. He decides to keep the turtley leaf. He's having a hard time trying to think of what items he wants to hold on to. Frog Puppet should be able to take out Cortez very easily here. As long as you deal enough damage in one turn, you do not have to worry about him attacking you at all. It always becomes Mario's turn at the start of the next phase. The Boo tried making his sword invisible. epicYoshi's actually going to go ahead and hit this shine block right here, and he actually got a crystal star out of it too. That is a nice place to find a crystal star. And Frog Puppet defeating Cortez really easily. That's another 10 points for him. epicYoshi keeps getting hit by these tidal waves. I'm not sure if he knows that he can reload to the north to get to that tunnel right there. I think he may be trying to walk all the way to the other side of the room to leave. And again, Frog Puppet, this is another one of those times. As soon as you get the crystal star, you can reload to save these cutscenes. The only one you can't reload is Magnus. Magnus 2.0. I'm not sure about Magnus 1. There's not many cutscenes they actually had to wait for. As soon as you see that sequence number change, you can switch it. And epicYoshi finding Smorg. I'm not sure if he has 6 BP. He is in danger, however. He may just want to put all the power rush badges on and forget about power bounce right now. Because with 6 power rushes, he can still take Smorg out in 2 turns if he does damage with his partner. And he actually does not have said power rushes. epicYoshi's unprepared once again for these bosses. Frog Puppet has all the momentum right now. Frog Puppet actually finding Chet Rippo as well. Speaking of momentum. Now he can drop his HP to 5 and he will not have to worry about finding ways to get into danger anymore. I wish epicYoshi the best of luck on this boss fight. Because he is actually going to go for it. He has to jump up 1 more to get onto that platform. Is he underneath? Where is he? Where'd Yoshi go? Okay, there he is. I was like, wait, where is he? He's gonna hammer his way through here. Frog Puppet also finding Smorg. And you can actually use Yoshi to run straight through him. Yoshi having a hard time actually getting to Smorg. He's rethinking his setup for this boss again. And he has his power split between both Yoshi and Mario. He's just hammering away at those Smorgs. They just keep coming. There he goes. Now he finally finds his way to the boss. And I'm not sure if Frog Puppet actually has an item to take out the Smorg tentacles so easily. He did use all of his S dynamites for level farming earlier. Oh, he has a shooting star. Never mind. He's good. Now it's epicYoshi's turn to enter the battle with Smorg. I hope he does not have too much of a hard time taking out Smorg. He does not have really good badges right now. And down goes Smorg for Frog Puppet. That's gonna be 10 points for him. I'm trying to see, it looks like Flower Saver that Smorg had. You can barely see the top of it like sticking out of the floorboards. epicYoshi thinking about what he wants to do. He has to take out those tentacles. Each one does 5 damage to you if you let them live. He may use Power Lift to get some defense here. He's thinking about what he wants to do. I'm not sure Clock Out will actually stop the tentacles or not. Yeah, it says great, but they're still moving. I don't think Clock Out actually affects them. He may just go ahead and use the boost sheet here, and he does. Frog Puppet in a really good position, too. His score is really good for the time he's at as well. Not exactly world record pace, but he still has a really great pace. epicYoshi's still in quite of a pickle here, as far as this Smorg battle goes. You have to take out all 3 tentacles before you can even hurt the center. Each one has 5 HP. Oh wow, Yoshi actually does do a good amount of damage. That is 10 in 1 turn. Hopefully this tentacle, he's gonna go for Yoshi, and he actually super guards it. That's a very nice super guard. Those things are very hard to super guard properly. He may actually, I wonder what he's trying to pull out in his items. So he may want to take out the last tentacle here. Frog Puppet, on the other hand, finding Gloomtail. Frog Puppet with all the momentum in the world right now. Especially after finding Chet Rippo. if he takes out this last one, he's only going to have one turn to actually damage the core, because this will count as a turn for the core being exposed. Because it will stay exposed for 2 turns, and this counts as one of them. So you may want to get as much damage off as he can. Frog Puppet using a Bushi so he can survive this turn. And down goes Gloomtail. Another 10 points for Frog Puppet. And there are the tentacles back for epicYoshi. One's gonna bop Yoshi. And Yoshi goes down. And Frog Puppet will actually get an extra point from the treasure chest here. It does give him a star block. I'm not too sure what the proper name for it is called. Star key, that's what it is. So after Gloomtail fight, you get that 1 extra key item. Though it will not show up in later fights if you refight Gloomtail. The chest will come out already open, preventing you from grabbing that star key again. As long as the epicYoshi can keep Mario alive, he may have another chance at this morgue. Frog Puppet now finding the Ultra Boots on his side. Not a bad sequence place to actually find it either. His sequence only went up by 1. He's gonna go ahead and grab this key. This is literally the most freest point if you get the Ultra Boots, because it's literally in the same exact room. It only ups your sequence by 1 more. Doesn't affect any of the bosses you would find after grabbing the Ultra Boots. The sequence immediately sets to Chapter 6 anyways. epicYoshi failing a bingo. Not that it would have helped too much, he is already maxed on FP. Frog Puppet deciding to leave this room alone, which I don't blame him. There's only 18 minutes left and he's already grabbed 2 out of 3 items. He's gonna go ahead and sell some items. Try to get some points back. Just in case he cannot get back to Goral 1. So epicYoshi only has 1 more tentacle to take out before he can wail on the core again. Yes, and I'm now just switching back to chat. epicYoshi does have a lot of options to take out these tentacles. I don't remember if he actually kept multi-bounce on, but Earth Trender will take out all of them in 1 turn, if he can get at least up to 5 damage. epicYoshi's still going to need 1 more turn at this core to take it out. But now he's going to have to fight the Claw. Much easier than the first phase, if you ask me. You only have to worry about super guarding 1 attack. And you only have 1 part to take out. And there goes the core, and he should be able to take out Smorg on this turn. If he doesn't switch partner. Frog Puppet in a really nice lead. This battle is taking just a lot of time on epicYoshi's part. He's actually gonna... Frog Puppet's gonna go ahead and reload the item in this gate handle room. He's almost up to 100 points. He's gonna go ahead and take out the tentacle. Hopefully this is the end of the s'more battle for epicYoshi. Not just yet. Oh, it is! It is the end of it! Very nice. He finally defeats S'more. So that's a nice 10 points for him. And he gets a level up as well. So that's an extra 2 points on top of that. He still has a lot of momentum that he needs to build back up if he wants to even pass Frog Puppet. He has 12 minutes to do so. Things are not looking good on epicYoshi's side. Frog Puppet has no worries right now. The sit back, he has his setup, this boss farm. That's all he needs to do at this time. And he's actually getting a quick sequence reset as well. So while these players are doing these, I might as well take another time to reintroduce people to the stream if this is their first time. This is the Paper Mario 1000 Year Door Extreme Randomizer 1 hour challenge. Both players have 1 hour to get as many points as they can. Loading zones are randomized, so you can be warped to any room. And items are randomized, field items are randomized, so you can pick up anything and from anywhere. There is a list of things that they can do to get points, such as getting 100 coins, 10 unique badges, star pieces, and key items are all worth 1 point. Level ups and crystal stars are worth 2. Getting a follower is worth 2. Upgrading your partner is 5. Getting a curse chest is 6. And defeating bosses is 10, with the exception of Shadow Queen being 25, Brodus, Bowser, and Cammy being worth 8, and Bonetail being worth 30. And again, they have 1 hour to get as many points as they can. The timers will be off because when they reload rooms, the timer actually does stop for just a second for the room to load. So the more you reload rooms, the more your timer will stop. But it will not actually affect the actual run as an outcome, since that time when the timer stops is just being used to reload the room, which you have no control over. So epicYoshi now finding Chet, so he will not have any issues staying in danger anymore. Frog Puppet finding the Shadow Sirens. Another good and easy fight if you have the attack power for it. Dupless and Marilyn both have 40 HP, whereas Beldum only has 30. The usual nice strategy to do for this is, instead of using Power Bounce, is to opt for, if you have enough attack damage, opt for Multi-Bounce or Quake Camera to damage all 3. You can knock the amount of turns needed to do this fight from 3 to 2, and Dupla's actually holding up pretty lucky. Let's hope that he does not get lucky. So far, the first one hits him. He's going to go ahead and use a boo sheet on him, keep himself nice and safe. And take his mate. He has plenty of FP to do 4 more Quake Cameras if need be. Though he will only need 2 more if Dupless does not get lucky. epicYoshi finding himself the 2 curse chests. So that's a 6 points on his side. And a sequence reset to boot. And epicYoshi actually getting back to Goro 1. He can grab the Ultra Hammer. Did he not grab it? Or did he grab it already? I don't think he grabbed it yet. He just left the room. I hope that wasn't a mistake. Or I hope I'm not making a mistake either. I may just be mistaking. He may have already grabbed it, but I don't think so. Yeah, Frog Puppet only needing 1 more turn on this fight to take out the Shadow Sirens. Now, epicYoshi is a pretty new player to this, though he has been watching a lot of streamers and learning a lot. Just watching players play can help you have a huge advantage in this. Frog Puppet getting an extra 10 points off that, and an extra 2 points from his levels to boot. And he is up to 107. 6 bosses above epicYoshi as far as points are concerned. So what is he going to do with his 3 extra BP? He may not need to do anything with them at all. He may just want to leave his badge inventory alone and just keep running for bosses here. He's going to put on Flower Finder. Probably because why not? He may be taking it off. He is taking it off. He's putting on Double Dip instead. epicYoshi deciding to stay in this room. He may just be farming at levels here to get some extra points. And Frog Puppet actually entering the train. In this room, if your sequence is too high, you want to actually go in the door above because now you have to sit through the chain. He has to sit through the train animation. Takes a lot longer than just walking to the other door. And he's actually getting to the Paper Curse key room, and he's going to go ahead and pick it up. And he reloads to skip the little maze. I believe epicYoshi actually is going to stay here and just do these battles just to get some levels. Frog Puppet up to 108. I wonder if he's going to grab the P. No, he's going to leave the P alone, which is good. That is actually an item that will up your sequence to Chapter 4. Because you're only supposed to be able to grab that item when you're in Chapter 4 after you defeat Dupless the first time. Frog Puppet finding yet another Smorg. This is Smorg number 2. And epicYoshi a bit too slow to reload in that room. That one and LAS 06, if you get spawned on the east side, you will spawn right into the golden cannons if you're too slow to react. You have to change your loading zone to west so you can appear at the other door on the opposite side of the room. And he gets out of here. He gets out of that fight really easily. No problems there. There he goes. Frog Puppet engaging in the Smorg fight now. Should be pretty easy. He still has plenty of resources. He decides to use his S Dynamite with Mario instead of Yoshi. epicYoshi finding himself Grotus. Remember how much time he took? He took a lot of time fighting Grotus the first time. I don't think he has the setup to do it this time either. I believe Frog Puppet will take out Smorg on this turn, and he will very easily. He gets nice power bounce, and he does. And another thing, these players are actually under a lot of pressure because these aren't matches just for fun. These are tournament matches. Tournament matches have, you know, they put a lot more pressure on the player, especially when they're being streamed like this. They do not want to be making mistakes, and when they do, it can hurt their mentality a little bit. They may often make mistakes that they would not normally make if they were just playing this casually. epicYoshi actually did die really early this run because he was fighting the Phantom members, and he did not super guard them. Frog Puppet trying to find another sequence reset. That, or he can find Magnus in the Chapter 8 bosses as well. Those are the only bosses he can find. That and Shadow Queen. I don't think either of these players have actually come across Shadow Queen in either run, which is really surprising. We've been seeing Shadow Queen a lot in this tournament. Frog Puppet skipping the key in the Riddle Tower yet again. Oh, speak of the devil, there's Shadow Queen. Right when I said it. Honestly, I'm not exactly sure myself how epicYoshi's going to take out Grotus. If he can. That's the question. Can he even do it to begin with? He's been having a really hard time finding these setups. Both this run and last run, he did not have all the setup he needed. Last run, he had all the badges, but he did not have any BP to actually equip said badges. epicYoshi has been missing one piece to the puzzle both runs. Frog Puppet found his footing this run. He's having a really great run. It is not as easy as it looks trying to get your setup completely done in the first 20 minutes. As I said, sometimes top players will still have to take 3-4 minutes into the boss fighting time just to round off their setups. epicYoshi actually dying to Grotus' lightning attack here. There's not really much he can do at all. Frog Puppet actually using a Bushi on the turn where Shadow Queen does not actually attack this turn. And I'm noticing just now that Shadow Queen is actually holding a lucky day. Though that has not seemed to affect the Frog Puppet at all these runs. Will epicYoshi actually retry? He may not. He doesn't. He's just going to take whatever points he can get at this point. Very nice super guard from Frog Puppet. Oh, and she gets lucky this time, so he will have to wait yet another turn to activate that next text box. He gets a fancy little gold bar ×3. Well, thing is, if Shadow Queen was holding a return postage right now, at least in this part of the battle, he doesn't deal any damage to begin with. So he wouldn't like, Shadow Queen wouldn't reflect any damage right now. He would have to use a hammer for the first few turns, but after that. But return postage can be a run killer, because you cannot jump on enemies. That and Zap Tap. Zap Tap can ruin your run as well. So now Frog Puppet is going to move on to the final phase of this fight after this cutscene. epicYoshi going ahead and selling his items to get a few extra points here. Though he only has 30 seconds left, there's not many points he can pick up. He's just probably better off just selling everything. And I can go ahead and get the link for the randomizer. If you want to try this randomizer out for yourself, I shall post the link once I can grab said link. I apologize if there is a command for it. Yes, the Discord is actually in there. The Discord is actually in the TTYD command, I apologize. But yes, if you go into the Discord, there is a resources tab. Will give you step-by-step instructions on how to install this yourself. And it's really fun. I would encourage a lot of people to actually get this to try themselves. It is really fun. There's a lot of strategies you can try. The most basic one that everyone agrees upon is the best is using power, or like Frog Puppet shown here, getting Chet Rico and equipping a bunch of power rushes and power bounce. I think I'm the only one that consistently uses Mega Rush. Not that it's bad. A lot of people agree that it's bad, but I enjoy it. I enjoy it myself. Yes, and thank you, Zephyllus, because he is the one that created this randomizer to begin with. The man himself, I don't know if he's here right now. epicYoshi, if you want to go ahead and jump into the voice chat with me, you can. We have about 1:40 before Frog Puppet runs out. I'm just going to go ahead and add a +1 to Frog Puppet here. Well, I'll wait till this match finishes. The thing is, with Mega Rush, you can... There's not really many situations where you have to super guard. I mean, you can always just put a Bushi on yourself with a partner, which is what most people do when they're using Power Rush anyways. But there's not that many situations where you actually have to put a Bushi on yourself. The real run killer would be is a bucket falling on your head, which I am sick and tired of. It's happened to me a few times, only a few times, but those few times stick with you. To the point where I always put a Bushi on Mario before using a Trials too. And Frog Puppet actually getting back to Gore 01. A nice room to end off on. He can go ahead and grab the Super Hammer here, and he can max out his coins for a good amount of points. And buy the Contact Lens as well. Contact Lens gives you 1 point if he hasn't already bought it. Very nice score from Frog Puppet.
Okay.
Howdy!
Howdy, that was exciting.
That was a very nice run.
Thank you, thank you. I just love it ended on Gore 1, that's always great.
Mm-hmm. Gore 1's a very good room to end off on, because you can just quickly max out your coins.
Ah, okay.
Not enough time to max out said coins, but really close to it.
Yeah, got close. I had that
Epic.
gold bar ×3, but then I only would have had that.
Yeah, you had that as well.
Yeah. I think I got a little more. Not good.
Yeah, epicYoshi, we saw that. I was confused. A lot of people were confused why you decided to leave the room.
Oh, he's not in.
He can hop on if he chooses to. I am going to go ahead and add the point to Frog Puppet.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. I hope that does it. I'm still new to these buttons, guys. There we go. It popped up. So now how do I add the winner? The winner button. Oh well. Okay, someone's doing it for me. Thank you. Thank you, whoever's doing it for me.
PB on that. If I could have got one more point, I would have tied Silverlight. But
my PB is actually 154, just no one actually updated it. I posted a screenshot of it forever ago. It's just no one's updated it. And when I say forever ago, I mean forever ago. But Dallerben has it on his stream. Yoshi, tough runs,
Hello.
man.
Nah, these are great runs. Like the 26 was a PB, and then I just doubled that.
So you're just having fun with it. I'm glad you're having so much fun with it, dude.
Yeah, for sure. I can't believe I blew my chance for Ultra Hammer though. I left the room and I was like, no, I could have sold so much.
What did you end
and
on?
I probably could have gotten some Power Rushes to play with, and Grodus wouldn't have had so much fun with me.
I'm getting a little tutorial in here on how to work these buttons. Thank goodness. But dude, epicYoshi, I was upset when you were winding up for Atomic Boo with a Super Hammer. Right before you let it go, you got carried out of the room.
Didn't want to fight me.
They were just like, nope, get him out of here.
No points for me.
No points for you. So Frog Puppet is our victor here.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Remind me, which match was this? Was this winners or was it losers?
This was winners. Or this was round 1. So
winners round 1. Okay, round 1. Okay. I wasn't exactly sure where we were playing on the bracket. I have not checked the bracket. So good runs to both.
First match.
I'm glad Yoshi's having fun. We could tell that you were still learning things, but you were picking it up.
I was learning so much. Like, geez.
And you guys can feel free to plug yourselves too, because do you guys stream this like on your own time?
I don't stream much. I'd like to get into streaming, but I don't have the time for it right now. But feel free to follow.
Right now, I'm streaming both this and Wind Waker Randomizer.
Hopefully, I don't mess up the commands here. Okay, so I plugged the commands for Spazzo's actually not here right now. Spazzo covered the first match. There we go. Spazzo actually covered the first match. I had gotten home halfway within the first match. So thank you, Spazzo, for actually covering for me the first match. He's not here if he rewatches this, or I'll send him a DM saying thank you. And I hope you all enjoyed having me here by myself for the second match. This is only my second time commentating, my first time being last night.
Thank you very much. When we were about to start, it was like nobody.
I did the countdown. And I was just sitting here. I was like, they're not starting yet. I think I may have just fallen behind, so I had to refresh the stream. I'm glad you both had fun. That's what's most important. And thank you guys for participating. Thank you everyone that's watching this, and thank you for Speed Gaming for actually letting us host or actually hosting the tournament on these channels. That's getting this a lot of attention. I'm glad it's dragging in a lot of new players wanting to try this. Because for a while, not many players had ways to find out about this. And this is a good way to introduce more people to the randomizer. It's a nice little way to play Thousand Year Door in a completely new perspective, to say the least.
Very much so. It's basically a whole nother game.
Mm-hmm. There's lots to learn, and it's a lot of fun when you start getting good scores.
This actually makes me want to try a pre-hook tail pit run, though.
There's a bunch more mods that you can find through the Discord as well. There's a bunch of different mods and a bunch of different challenge runs that people create too. So feel free to join the community.
May have a look at the other challenge runs that are out there.
Now, is there anything else you two want to add before we end this?
Thanks for having me. I think me and Hero of Winds may go ahead and do our round 2 later tonight.
But, yes, people may want to stick around for that. I believe they may be making a match. That is, if they can. I don't think it's actually set yet, but we do have another match later tonight.
Yeah, that'll be probably around 11 if we do, but I gotta decide if I want to do or not.
Good luck with that. Thanks for having me.
Thanks. It's fun playing with you, man.
For sure.
And I wish you both best of luck in the future. And if people want to continue watching this is normally my streaming time. So after this, I'm going to go ahead and rearrange my channel a little bit, and I'm actually going to do a few runs myself, just messing around with Mega Rush. So if you want to see how Mega Rush works, you may want to go to my channel after this. Give me about 10 minutes to get some refreshers, and of course,
all right,
don't forget to follow everybody, me, Spazzo, epicYoshi, and Frog Puppet. And again, thank you all for being here.
Have a good evening.
This will be the end of it. Y'all have a great night.